Hello, friends. Once again, this is the Money Man. I'm here to speak to you about money. According to the scripture, money, according to someone's definition of the scripture of money, they say that money is the root to all evil. But I like to correct that. That scripture says the love of money is the root to all evil. Money is an asset. You can't make it in this society without it, whether you have it or whether you don't have it. Money plays an important part in our society. I'm not here to make money seem to be our only reason for surviving in life, but money do play an important part. One great writer says it's better to have it than not to have it. I am encouraging all of you that's watching this video that you take consideration, serious consideration of your financial well-being. So many people have gotten themselves into a situation where they end up without anything. Money serves a great purpose. It's sad when foreigners can come to this country without anything, just clothes on their back. In a few years, they own buildings. And we have been here all our lives and don't own nothing. It's time to turn that situation around. We've got our freedom. We have gotten our civil rights, and even the last presidential election provided us with a president of color. We have politicians. So that tells me that we have attained political rights. That's good. We've come from a mighty long way. But ask yourself this question. Is the picture complete? Have we accomplished the American dream? Have we become first class citizens in a powerful country that boasts of being one of the richest countries in the world? No, they give us everything but financial independence. I say these things because the scale is unbalanced. It is time for society to be fair. To coin a phrase that is used quite oftenly, working poor. That's a sad statement. Working poor. If you're working, you should be considered as poor in a country that boasts to be the richest country in the world. Something ain't right about that statement. As I said once before, some of us in this country are just low paid slaves. Some work 8, 10, 12 hours a day. And at the end of the day, their self worth is not even worth $65. Those are slave wages. But let's be for real about it. The only way we're going to change that scenario, we're going to have to become financially independent. Take note, people of color. Let's stop being stupid. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact. Let's stop being stupid. The Mexicans are showing us what needs to be done. The Cubans came over here with nothing, came over here on homemade boats. And you go down to Miami and they own large areas of property. Everyone that came to this country, other than the Indians, are immigrants. We've I read stories of people coming over here from foreign countries with just the clothes on their back. In 5, 6 years, their own Burger King, their own Waffle House. Listen, it's time for us to wake up and smell the coffee. They're showing us what has to be done. But you know what our problem is? We are so individualized. I got mine, you get yours. We've got wealthy peoples of color in this country, but they ain't gonna help nobody. They ain't thinking about you. They got theirs. Well, it's time for you to get yours. I've got a plan. You see, that's the problem with us. We don't have a plan. We live life from day to day. Easy come, easy go. What are you what kind of legacy are we leaving our children? They're gonna have to come up in the same shape that we're in. I'm not talking against education, but there's a lot of our young kids are getting good education, getting college degrees, master's degrees, and they're married, have 2 or 3 kids. The wife may have a good job working at a bank in an executive position. The husband, he's making a salary, and they're trying to live the American dream. But at the end of the month, they're still coming up short. They can't save no money. They're living from paycheck to paycheck. Oh, they put on a good front. They got a new car. They got a $200,000 home. They're walking around with nice clothes on. The children are dressed fine. But if you go beyond the walls of that house, you will find out that their finances just not adding up. They done maxed out their charge cards. They study borrowing money, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Come on, let's stop and take a step backwards. What's going on in this country that people come from a foreign country and come over here, and in 5 or 6 years, they own property? We don't own no property. We still trying to buy some property. Come on, people of color. We got to do better, and we can do better. It take a plan. Until you get financial independence, you're still a slave. You're a slave to your job. You're a slave to those that have the job. If we would come together as a people and stop mistrusting one another and start believing in one another, coming together as a community. Listen, let me show you how money multiply. We go to the churches. The churches take up an offering and they compile that offering. They put it in the bank, let it compound interest, so to say. I'm just using the church as an example. But we need to get away from that. I'm not telling nobody not to have religion because that's a good thing. But what good is religion if you're poor? What good is giving money in the church, making the church rich, and you poor? I know of some churches, the people's in there, old people, can't hardly pay their rent, but they giving up in the church. But if they fall on hard time, the church don't want nothing to do with them. Listen, it's time out for that. It's time for us to break free of the slavery, not only of the boss man, but of the churches. If they're not going to help, then we need to take our money and pool it together and help ourselves. If I had a dollar, you put a dollar on top of my dollar, and somebody else put a dollar on top of that dollar, and another person put a dollar on top of that dollar, and we take that dollar, take that money, and stash it, and continue to add to it. I'm not telling you to put a whole lot of money. I'm telling you we got to come together as a financial organization, pool our finances together, and you don't take money. You know, a wise old man told me once. He said, "Son, if you want to be rich, you got to save your money." He said, "If you save $1 a day, if you save $1 a day, in 20 years, you would have $1 million." Now that sounds far fetched, and at the time that he told me, I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't see myself saving no money. I had a family. I had bills to pay. It took every dollar I made to survive. But I'm saying to you, if you take your dollar and add with my dollar, and somebody else add another dollar to it, and we lay it aside. See, it takes organization. It takes people coming together. It takes people working out a plan. And we say you take, there's clubs, the 100-man club, the 200-man club, all these different clubs. They became successful because they worked together. We need to have an investment group, investment company. Around here running to the bank to borrow money when they look at us like we ain't got no sense. And they go, when you walk in the door, they already done turned you down. Why can't we come together, pool our finances together, go out and buy us a shopping center, get up enough money to go and purchase you going out there to the mall spending your money with them people. You can have your own mall. I don't think small. I'm the money man. I know how money works. I know how to accumulate money. Everybody's not going to accept this message that I'm giving to you. I don't expect that. But for those that wanna, I'm talking about the people that's done been there, that's done that, know what it takes. A lot of people in my age category, they're gonna die and they ain't gonna leave nothing for their children. They leave a house that's then got old and dilapidated. The children don't want it. We need to leave our children a legacy, a business, something that's gonna keep working for them. We need to show them how to become financially independent. I'm not talking this just to be talking. And I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to help somebody get somewhere. I'm trying to show you how you can become financially independent without borrowing a dime from anybody. Do it yourself. Do what the immigrants do when they come to this country. They pool their money together. Do you know the Cubans, when they came to America, what they did? They would sleep in a house. They would get a house. It'd be sometime 15 and 20 of them in that one house. And they go out and they get jobs. And they pool their money together. I'm not talking about we got to go to that extreme because we're better off than that. So if they could do it, we can do it also. They pool their money together. In that old house that they were living in, the 10, 15 people, and it didn't matter. All they wanted to do was better themselves. They had to live in poverty in order to better themselves. They were going, first thing they would do is buy them an old raggedy van. They would load the van up. They would go to work. The men would go to work. The ladies would stay around the house doing what they got to do. In 2 years, they done bought that house. They bought the house. Then they started working on getting another house. And pretty soon, 10, 15 years, they done bought the whole community. You see what I'm talking about? Numbers. Power is in numbers. Now I'm doing all this talking because I'm trying to touch somebody. I'm not doing it to make any money for myself. I'm already all right. I'm all right. I knew what the value of a dollar was. I knew it. And I've been saving. I ain't been going out borrowing no money from no bank. I'm in a position now to go out, buy houses, and revamp them. It didn't happen overnight. It was one person, just me doing it. I would have to hide money, lay it aside because I was married and women love to shop. But sometimes women love to shop with the wrong kind of money. People of color, my friends, I implore you, think about it. Think about what the future holds, not only for you, but for your children, for your children's children. This country is rich. It is rich. It's time for us to get our piece of the pie. We've been getting crumbs. And the reason we've been getting crumbs is because we're around here depending on somebody to pull us up. It's time for us to stop depending on people that's not of our color. And we can't even depend on people of our color. They ain't gonna help you. They got theirs. We make them rich, but they won't spend a dime in the black community. You want to become financially independent, you got to do it yourself. You got to stop being obligated to people. Go to the bank, get a loan to start your little business. They give you just enough money to fail. This is the end of my broadcast because I'm getting a little vexed. But peace out till the next time.